Dear student, I am Manohar Patil. Today we have to study about the differentiation class 12 part 2nd for important chapter hai. Already we completed the two lectures. First lecture is on the basic formulas, some standard functions of derivative, and the second lecture is we solve some examples based on the multiplication property of derivative. So in this lecture we have to study about the division property of derivative. So very simple formula you have to remember. So now what is given there? So y is the function of x and then y equal to u divided by v. So where are u and v are the function of x. मतलब u और v दोघं जे असतील दोघांमध्ये x present राहील. So how we solve the question? Very simple, by using the division property of derivative. So what is the division property of derivative? The first rule. So differentiating y, both simple है, y with respect to x, we get, so that is dy by dx, apply d by dx on both sides, u divided by v. Formula is very easy to remember, that is dy by dx equal to, very easy, v into du by dx minus u into dv by dx divided by v square. So remember the formula. Once you remember the formula, you can solve the so many questions based on the division property of derivative. For that you have to remember all the formulas. So jaldi se hum isko recap karenge. So what is the derivative of x raised to n into x raised to n minus 1, then derivative of log x 1 upon x, e raised to x का e raised to x, a raised to x का a raised to x into log of a, then under root x का to root 1 upon 2 root x. After that constant derivative, that is 0. Then we go for the, remember the derivatives of trigonometric functions, sine derivative cos minus sine, and then tan sec square x derivative, that is sec x tan x, cot x derivative, that is minus cosec square x, and cosec square x, and cosec x derivative, that is minus cosec x into cot x. And the most importantly, remember the derivatives of inverse function, that is sin inverse x and cos inverse x. Similar formula, only minus sign is there. 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square, then derivative of cos inverse x minus 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square. Next, tan inverse x 1 upon 1 plus x square, cot inverse x minus 1 upon 1 plus x square, and the last one, sec inverse x is equal to, that is 1 upon x under root of x square minus 1, and the cosec inverse x, that is minus 1 upon x into under root of x square minus 1. So we just revise very fastly, quick revision banana hai, already you write down all the formulas. So then we go for the solution. So आजचा टॉपिक फार सिंपल राहणार आहे. प्रॉपरली व्यवस्थित नोट डाउन करून घ्यायचं. रिमेंबर द फॉर्म्युलाज and after that solve one by one question. Okay, let's we start. The question number first. Here, so y is given the function of x, and now there is the two x term. One is log x, another is x, and both are at the division. So for that we solve the derivative, and what we have to calculate, dy by dx. So how to calculate? Very simple, using the division property of derivative. So first differentiating y. So we differentiate y with respect to x, we get, so apply dy by dx on both sides, d by dx equal to d by dx of log of x divided by x. Formula is very easy. We again repeat, dy by dx equal to, so that is denominator v square, v into du by dx, and then minus u into dv by dx. The formula is very easy by using the division property of derivative. So by using this formula, now this is our u and this is our v. So then dy by dx equal to, so that is denominator square, denominator is x having square as it is, then d by dx of log x minus log of x as it is, and d by dx of, then d by dx of x. So remember the formulas of derivatives. So x square as it is. Next, x into, what is the derivative of log of x? You know that the derivative of log of x, that is 1 upon x. Next, minus log x into derivative of x, that is 1 according to the formula x raised to n. So now here x get cancelled. So dy by dx equal to 1 minus log x divided by x square. Now this is the very simple question. So in such way that we solve the first example, both simple now. Next question is, again we know that we have to calculate the derivative of y, that is dy by dx, and now here y is the function of x, both are the terms of x, so very simple to calculate. First step, differentiating y with respect to x, we get then dy by dx equal to, so again by using the same formula, so by using the division property of derivative, that is v square v into du by dx, and then u into dv by dx. So according to this formula, so denominator, that is x minus 1 bracket square, x minus 1 as it is, then derivative of numerator, that is x plus 1 minus x plus 1 as it is, that is u, and now here d by dx of, that is v, and our v terms is, that is x minus 1. So simple, take the derivative. By using the formula of x raised to n, we can solve the derivative of given example, x minus 1, that is square. So now here x minus 1 as it is. So what is the derivative of x? Derivative 1, or 1 is the constant, constants are derivative carry 0. Next, x plus 1, what is the derivative of x, and 1 is the constant, constant derivative, that is 0. So next step, dy by dx, x minus 1 bracket square at the denominator. So now here 1 plus 0, that is 1, 1 multiplied to x minus 1, that is x minus 1. 1 minus 0, that is 1, 1 multiplied to x plus 1, that is x plus 1. Whenever there is a bracket expansion, so remember that whenever there is a bracket expansion, now this is the minus sign. So both terms are positive, so minus multiply, it becomes minus plus, that is minus. So minus x minus 1. So next from here we observe that x get cancelled, minus 1 and minus 2 is minus 1 remaining. So it becomes minus 2 divided by x minus 1 bracket square. And the last final, so dy by dx equal to minus 2 divided by x minus 1 bracket square. So in such way that we solve the question, the basis on the division property of derivative. So where we use the formula, since करो formula लिहून घ्यायची. Remember that. Make sure that you have good habits. Whenever you solve the question and use that formula, so when we use the formula, make sure that you have to make sure that write down by since and write down the formula. So whenever the teacher checking your answer sheet, so he just observe that the formula is written and the steps is given, so he give total marks. So this is the most important observation you have to remember when you solving the questions. So we complete the one more example. Next we go for the more practice. The next example is again very easy. So here y is the function of x and we have to calculate the dy by dx. So again we observe that now this is our u, numerator is your u, and that is denominator is v. Again remember the formula. So मी परत फॉर्म्युला याच्यासाठी लिहितो की तुमचं प्रॉपरली तो अंडरस्टूड विल, यू कॅन रिमेंबर दॅट फॉर्म्युला. सो देअरफॉर, सो व्हॉट इज द फॉर्म्युला dy by dx? सिंपल आहे, v स्क्वेअर डिनोमिनेटरला v इंटू dy by dx and then minus u into dv by dx. So already आपण consider करून घेतला, numerator is our u and denominator is our v. According to by the application of formula we calculate and by using the division property of derivative. So let's we start practice more, that is differentiating y with respect to x we get. So solve the example. First very easy to know that apply d by dx on both sides. So once we applied the d by dx on both sides, after that we have to use the division property of derivative. So what is the division property of derivative? We already written the formula, and then by using this we apply the here. So 1 minus under root of x bracket square, that is v. So 1 minus under root of x as it is v, then take the d by dx of u, that is 1 plus root x, minus sign is between them, 1 plus root x, that is u as it is, and take the derivative of v, that is 1 minus under root of x. And we know that the derivative of constant is 0 and the derivative of root x is 1 upon 2 root x. So by using the formula, we solve the example. So that is denominator is same as it is. Now here 1 minus root x as it is into derivative of 1 is the constant having derivative 0 and the derivative of root x that is 1 upon 2 root x bracket complete minus. So as it is 1 plus root x and the next derivative of 1 is 0 and the derivative of under root x that is 1 upon 2 root x. So most important observation 0 plus that is 1 by 2 root x and now here minus 1 by 2 root x. So we can take the common from the numerator 1 by 2 root x. So after taking the common 1 by 2 root x, so 1 divided by 2 root x taking common, what is remaining into the bracket? Now this is completely get common, so remaining only 1 minus root x, 1 minus under root of x. 1 by root x take common, this minus sign and this minus sign. So what is the product of minus and minus? That is plus, and what is remaining next bracket? 1 plus root of x bracket complete at the denominator 1 minus under root of x bracket square. So now here we clearly observe that minus root x and plus root x both get cancelled. What is remaining here? So that is 1 and 1, that is 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Easy part. So the next step dy by dx equal to simple 1 plus 1 2 and then 2 get cancelled. So that is 2 divided by 2 into root x into the bracket 1 minus root x square. So 2 get cancelled. What is the final answer? That is dy by dx equal to 1 upon under root x into bracket 1 minus root x bracket square. So in such way that we solve the example based on the division property of derivative. So in such way that we have to solve the questions. जल्दी से इसको recap करना है. So write down the complete questions or either take the screenshot and practice at the home. Make sure that whenever you make the practice 1-2 times just observe and then try to solve, so you can solve the example very easily. So easy question is there. Next, so for more practice we go for the next example. Again the next example is very simple. So now here what is given? Y is the function of x. You have to read y is given function of x, but x function is given into the division. So therefore by using the division property of derivative, what is the formula of division property of derivative? So that is dy by dx. So that is v square v into du by dx and then minus u into dv by dx. So now here whenever we compare, so sin x is our u and 1 minus cos x completely our v. So first step very easy, differentiating y with respect to x we get. So that is apply the dy by dx on both sides equal to d by dx of sine of x divided by 1 minus cos of x bracket complete. So now very easy question to understood. So then dy by dx equal to, by using the division property of derivative. So now here 1 minus cos x over v. So that is square 1 minus cos of x bracket square 1 minus cos of x as it is, then take the derivative of sin x, that is our u, and then minus sine of x, that is u as it is, into take the derivative of v, and what is the v? 1 minus cos of x. So very simple question. So just by taking the derivative, remember the formulas, important formulas of derivative, then you can solve the question. So denominator cos x bracket square as it is, and next 1 minus cos of x again as it is, and then sine derivative, that is cos of x minus sin x as it is, and the derivative of 1, that is 0, minus what is the derivative of cos x? That is minus sin of x. So now here complete. So make sure that. So next the bracket expansion, cos into 1, that is cos x as it is, cos into cos, that is minus cos square x, then minus, now here minus minus becomes plus and plus into minus becomes minus, so minus sine square x. Very simple, minus minus plus, minus minus plus, and plus minus, that is minus, and sine into sine, that is sine square x at the denominator 1 minus cos bracket square. So next step, so then dy by dx, this is the formula, remember, Next step, denominator same, 1 minus cos of x bracket square, then cos of x taking minus sign common. So once we take the minus sign common from the numerator, two terms, now these are the two terms. So whenever we take the minus sign common from these both terms, what is remaining? Cos square x plus sin square x. That is our fundamental identity. Cos square x plus sin square x. Now our fundamental identities. So remember the three fundamental identities. One is sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. Next is 1 plus tan square theta equal to sec square theta, and last one is 1 plus cot square theta equal to cosec square theta. Remember, these fundamental identities are used whenever we solving the question based on the trigonometries like that. Okay. So now here by using that properties, so what we get? So now here dy by dx, that is cos of x minus 1 divided by 1 minus cos x bracket square. So from the numerator taking common minus sign, so whenever we take the minus sign common, so what is get inside the bracket? 1 minus cos of x divided by 1 minus cos of x bracket square. Very simple. So whenever we take the minus sign, minus becomes positive and positive becomes negative, and after that both brackets are same. Numerator is single brackets and denominator is two brackets. So one bracket get cancelled. What is the remaining answer? So remaining answer is dy by dx equal to minus 1 upon 1 minus cos of x. So in such way that we solve the question that is based on the division property of derivative. So whenever you solve, just write down by using the since which formula you use, that is division property of derivative. So make sure that make the screenshot of the given example, note down the example, remember the formulas, and write down the question. Very simple and important question is, many times they ask into the examinations. Next example. Okay, now this is the basic question, so very easy question. So what is given here? So that is simple again, y is the function of x and x is given into the division. So we can solve by using the division property of derivative. What is the formula of division property of derivative? Dy by dx, remember the formula. So that is v square into v into du by dx, and that is v into, that is u into dv by dx. So by using the division property of derivative, we solve the example. So let's we start. So that is differentiating y with respect to x, we get. So then apply the dy by dx on both sides. Dy by dx equal to d by dx of, that is e raised to x plus 1 divided by e raised to x minus 1. So very simple to solve. Dy by dx equal to e raised to x minus 1 bracket square, then e raised to x minus 1 as it is, then take the derivative of u. So now here very simple, the e raised to x plus 1 over u and e raised to x minus 1 over v. So according to that we solve. So that is here e raised to x plus 1 minus e raised to x plus 1 and then d by dx of e raised to x minus 1. So let's solve the example by using the remembering the formula of derivative of e raised to x. What is the derivative of e raised to x? That is e raised to x. So then denominator is as it is, e raised to x minus 1 square. Now here e raised to x minus 1 as it is. Then tell me what is the derivative of e raised to x? That is e raised to x, and derivative of 1 is, that is 0. Next, e raised to x plus 1 as it is into e raised to x derivative to e raised to x. But what is the derivative of 1? The derivative of 1 is, that is 0. So from here we clearly observe that, what is our observation? E raised to x is same, taking the common. So once we take the common e raised to x from the numerator, so what we get? So now here, that is dy by dx equal to taking the e raised to x common from the numerator and denominator is as it is, e raised to x minus 1 bracket square. So what is remaining here? Only e raised to x minus 1, and next minus, so both are plus, so plus minus becomes minus, so minus e raised to x, then minus 1. So from here we observe that e raised to x get cancel, and what is the remaining? So only term remaining is, after getting the cancel, e raised to x minus 1 and minus 1. What is the value of minus 1 minus 1? That is minus 2. So final answer is, so that is dy by dx equal to minus 2 into e raised to x divided by e raised to x minus 1 bracket square. So in such way that we solve the example, that is very simple. So make sure that make the notes of the given example, write down the example, or either take the screenshot of the given example, then you can practice at your home. Make sure that a lot of practice make you perfect for the differentiation. And if you make sure that your differentiation is very good, then only you can, the application of derivative is very good. After that the integration is very good. So now these are depends on one another. Okay, so एक chapter दूसरे chapter होती है dependence. So you have to must understood the differentiation, then go for the next chapter, then the link will be, so आपको तुम्हाला सॉल्व करताना बरोबर लिंक लागेल त्या क्वेश्चन म्हणून डेरिव्हेटिव्ह परफेक्टली करायला पाहिजे. सो take the screenshot, write down the example. Okay, so in such way that we practice the so many example. So I hope you understood the questions very well, and most importantly watch all three videos. First video that is based on the basic as well as the formulas we covered in that lectures, and most importantly the basic, that is addition subtraction questions are there. After that we solve the questions based on the multiplication property of derivative, and now in this chapter we solve the division property of derivative. So I hope if you have any doubt you can text me, and most importantly जर तुम्ही आतापर्यंत subscribe केलं नसेल, please go and subscribe that channel, and most importantly like it. Thank you very much.